Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. How is your Thursday? I had to switch up my view. I'm still there, but I felt like I needed to work from this angle today. Tell me where you are tuning in from. Kansas City, hello. We are going to be heat pressing with a couple of different products today, and we are playing with the rainbow, and we are going to weed the holographic rainbow. Okay. I wanted to show you how easy it is to weed. I know on the last live we had Brandy had a couple of hiccups, and that's okay because everybody has hiccups. But I'm going to show you what it's like when it's cut to the correct depth and how it just whoop. Okay. The next thing is we're going to play with some adhesive and foil today. And I'm really excited to be doing this because I haven't like decorated with adhesive and foil in a long time. And we're using 4 different colors on that. I was tempted to use 5, but we're going to keep it to 4. But I wanted to show you a couple of different ways to kind of play with the rainbow, whether it is a pattern, whether it's the material itself and the way the make of that material is created. So you've got patterns, right, where it could be rainbow, or you've got holographic rainbow, and then we've also got reflective glitter rainbow, right? So many options. Okay, so this is the adhesive that we will be using for our foil. I haven't weeded this, so we are going to do that. And then before we end, we're going to go over a couple of upcoming events. It's just going to be a packed Thursday. So I'm assuming everybody is out of school. Let's see if I can show you what I am weeding. We're going to try to switch cameras here. I also might take the adhesive to the press and weed because it is a hot peel. And sometimes when things can be a little stubborn to peel, we want to use some heat behind it because it makes it easier. So I'm going to stop. This is as far as I got, and I was already kind of like, ugh. So I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to put that over here, and then we're going to finish. Look at that, the rainbow. So we went vertical. That's how our pattern was inserted into our GS24. So StreamYard added this cool little feature where you could have a second camera. Let's see what it does. Looky there. Okay. So like I said, this was already cut. Okay. Now, what I have noticed with hologram is there's no stretch and rebound to this. So as you're pulling, it does have the ability to tear. Okay. So right here, it tore, it didn't go all the way. So as you're weeding, or depending on whatever designs you're choosing, just choose something that is nice and bold. You don't want a lot of high detail just because it does have the potential to rip. And I have the wrong weeding tool. This is the dull one. But in terms of removing it from the carrier, it's so easy because of the high gloss. So super simple. We are using the word pride today in the rainbow. And as you can see with the rainbow, each letter is kind of taking its own colors. So we've got the P, that is this purple, red, yellow. Then we go into the blue, or purple, red, yellow, blue. Well, you get the drift. But we're going to go big and bold in this, and we are going to do slightly oversized. That type of print is kind of popular right now. Simple words, right, with just a big, bold statement. And that's exactly what we are doing. So I'm going to scan through. We've already redid this. So if you're just tuning on, hello. We are playing with a whole bunch of color today. We're going to do a fun 4-color foil. And this one's just a simple, one easy application of the holographic. So this is going to be so pretty, just on a simple pink shirt. The type of shirt I wanted, I did not have. So we're going to cut it in just a minute after we apply. Let's see. Hello, Karen, Kathy, Debbie. Nice to see you all. Does anybody else feel like it should be Friday? No? Just me? Okay, so easy, done, right? This is complete. Now, I do want to take you to the website so I can show you foil and adhesive as well as our hologram. Now, the biggest thing is, let me know, have you decorated with foil and adhesive? Because it is a 2-step process, but the versatility, the ability to change the colors, you can decorate with so many colors with just 2 hits. You can like crinkle the foil. We're gonna play here in just a minute, so buckle up. It's gonna be fun. Oh, Sharon, you kept thinking it was Friday all day. I thought Tuesday should have been Friday or Monday should have been Friday. I was messed up from the start this week. Okay, so let's go to the website really quick. Okay, always takes me a minute, and then let me just make sure. I'm going to take this guy off for a second. Okay, so right here, you can go into heat transfer vinyl, and this will take you directly to where you need to go for anything that's heat applied vinyl, okay? So the next thing that you want to do is go to special effect, because the hologram does have specialty to it right there. Second row, second column, smack dab in the middle, hologram. Just click on that. And if you're curious on application, user guide, colors, it's all right here, and it's so easy to find. So 320, 10 to 15 seconds, it's firm pressure, and then it is peel cold. So we are going to actually do that one first. I did not change our temperature, so I'm doing that just really quick. And then while that's cooling, we will go ahead and start the adhesive and foil process, okay? So right here, cotton, polyester. I love to show this to everyone just because if you ever forget how to apply a certain material, or you order a sample and for some reason the application instructions wasn't in there, you can come directly to the site. This is your go-to place, okay? So then the next thing we want to do, just re-click that, is right here, adhesives. And boom, this is what you want for foil, okay? So your thermo adhesive that you would use for patches, twill, leather patches if you're making them on your own is different than CAD cut adhesive. So as you can see, it says it's for foil embellishments, and there's 2 different rolls that you can order. The details is showing you that the 11.5 or the 11.8 inch roll matches up to the width of your foil roll. And then you can click right here to take you to all of the foil options that you can purchase and decorate with. Let's see, order now. Color. Now we don't have a selection or excuse me, the images next to the materials like we would our CAD cut options, but there is a PDF that you can download to or even view just to give you an overall idea on what all of these colors are, but there are plenty of options. Okay, so let's just go back really quick. Now, with our foil and adhesive, it is going to be a two-step process. So we need to apply the adhesive first. We're going to peel the carrier, and then we will apply the foil. Now, they both apply at 300 degrees, but as you can see, the pressure for the adhesive is light, and the pressure for the foil is very firm, okay? Hot and cold. So you don't want to do the same application on both. They do differ, which can adjust your settings just a smidge as you're going through this process. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew where to find that. Kathy, you said my camera went blurry. Is it still blurry? Just making sure. Okay, let's go to the press because we don't need to cut. We do need to weed the adhesive, and then we're going to go straight into applying and then just reviewing a little bit. I'm going to do some cutting, particular placements of foil. So that is going to take just a minute as we go through that. And for some reason, my camera at the press is only going vertical. So when it goes full screen, then there we go. It's at a vertical mode. I don't know if I can get it to, yeah, so I don't know why it's doing that. So bear with the vertical versus the horizontal. I know that's a little odd, especially if you are viewing on a widescreen type of platform. Okay, Melinda asked if we carry the adhesive for the patches. Yes, and it is available online. You can order it that way, but if people don't know what she's talking about, if you make your own embroidered patches or you have twill, you're making your own leather patches, then you can actually order an adhesive to put on the back of those products to turn it into a permanent adhesive patch. So it would become heat applied versus something you would sew. Okay, to the press we go. I feel like we're taking a road trip, but we're not. Okay, so this is the shirt we're going to be using for the foil, and then well, that was fun. I'm back. Hopefully that didn't affect you guys too much. Okay, so we'll be decorating on a pink shirt, Bella canvas, and then we're going to turn it into a crop. And then we're going to be decorating on this comfort colors. But the first thing we need to do is weed our adhesive. So this is warming up. We're at 244, so we still have a ways to go. We might have to go to the foil and adhesive first. But what you can do, if you just turn on your press, it's not too hot. We're at 250 degrees right now, so I'm going to warm it up. I'm going to let the heating element warm up the platen. And then I'm going to put a hot peel material. Okay, this will not work with cold. But immediately my material is warming up, and it makes this adhesive that much easier. Now it is a little too hot, because my adhesive is becoming a little too stretchy for my liking. But the ability to weed this is so much easier than just giving it a go when it was ice cold. So if you sense yourself getting frustrated with any type of material, just stop what you're doing and go to the press, warm it up a little bit. Now, if you are in mid-production, I do find it hard to warm up, take to a table, and weed. That way somebody else can use the press. So just know I've tried a couple of different ways with, what I have available on hand. Now, if you guys do ask a question, just know I am away from my computer, so I will check that periodically as best as possible. Okay, now the part we have to go in and remove the little sunglass lines. So this one says cool for the summer, so it's definitely going to be a bright, colorful array of colors. We're going to be using I believe it's called Kiwi. And we're going to be using the Royal. I'll have to confirm this color. It might be coral and then purple. Okay. So, of course, just like any type of vinyl, the more details, the more cavities, the more weeding that's going to be involved. But overall, just removing this tiny amount of material is extremely easy. Now, we do have, let's see if I can get my head into the light. I know, my head's under the press at the moment. There's little dots to make these kind of look like bubble letters. So I wanted to remove that because if we remove that, then the foil won't stick and we'll have just a little bit more character in our font. All right. Complete. So this is what our font graphic looks like. It says cool for the summer and then sunglasses. Cool for the is going to be one. I'm going to split summer in half with two different colors. Excuse me. And then we're going to make sunglasses its own. Depending on what we're doing for summer. Actually, you guys, I'm going to let you vote on this because this isn't going to affect me how I apply on the garment. So do we want to do a split summer, meaning summer is going to have one color on top and one color on the bottom? Or would you like to see color kind of placed randomly throughout summer? No rhyme or reason. Let's just place it on there and see what happens. So you let me know in the comments, and I'm going to let you guys choose today because all I have to do is cut up our pieces of foil. So super, super easy. All right, I am taking the remainder of the adhesive off. Now, the one thing, if you've never used foil and adhesive, this is adhesive. So I urge you to just double check and make sure you don't have any secret adhesive anywhere else, because if foil touches it, then it will apply to the garment. It's a frosted material, and sometimes it can be hard to see, but like this piece right here, that is adhesive. And if that were to be applied, we would have a beautiful line of foil going down the shirt. Some more right here. Let's just make this easy. Okay, done. $2.97. So we're gonna roll with the foil. Ooh, random. Okay, so Karen, Anna and Layman. So sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Ooh, okay, and Emmanuel. Random it is, guys. So I am going to, let's grab this scales because it's kind of cool. And so I'm adding this one. Kind of has a chrome look, but it is kind of scaly looking. Here's our royal, okay? Here's the Kiwi, such a fun line. This color is so popular right now, especially with lavender. Here's our purple. This might be amethyst. Carly or Danielle, I'm not sure who's on the other side, but if you would correct me on the colors, that would be wonderful. And then this guy, I know isn't red, and I know it's not pink. If there's a coral or watermelon. And then I know I've got one other, so let me just go grab that. All right, so I grabbed like a Kelly green or an emerald. We'll see if we can work that in. If not, we've got 5 colors, and I think that will be pretty good. All right, so you know we're on an auto clam, and we are using this Comfort Colors. It's this tie-dye effect, but it's kind of like an acid wash or an ice dye. I'm not 100% sure what that is called, but this is Comfort Colors, and I am just obsessed with the way this shirt looks. It's definitely tonal, but it works with just a variety of things, and we're going to see how a very colorful shirt turns out. All right, tag along platen. You guys know I love the tag along, and we are going to pre-press. And I need to give it just another little boost. All right, so we are at a 2 right now. Take our transfer, find the center. And then I'm going to go about 4 fingers down. Go a little bit more. All right, now remember, this is the light pressure, the hot peel, but we only want to go 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, so 3 to 5 seconds. I am going 5. And then we are just going to easily peel the carrier. We're not going to rush. We're not going to get crazy. Now, the hardest part is finding where the glisten is on the adhesive. Okay, so let's do coral sunglasses. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking my foil, okay, just like this, and I'm going to trim off the piece that I had so I can get a very nice, pretty piece, right? The foil out here, if it's scratched, you're not going to get that foil back. So you want to make sure that you have a nice, pretty piece on where you're going. Now, I'm going to do it for these sunglasses. And what I'm going to do is try to get the straightest edge possible. Because if there is any part of this going up into summer, then it will stick to summer. So I only want the coral on the sunglasses. All right, then the next one I'm going to cover is cool for the, change this again. We're running really hot. And then I can go over and just put my foil anywhere I want on top of summer. Because I've already blocked off the other ink, now we don't have to worry about where that other is going to be applied. Let's do cool in royal. Let me see. Okay, perfect. It is coral. So, it was confirmed. We're using amethyst, which is the purple, kiwi, which is the green, and kiwi green is the emerald bright Kelly green color. And then coral is that, pink. Okay, so this was a terrible cut job. And now what I need to do is clean this up. And I'm just going to lay this on top. Now, here's the other thing. Clearly, there is going to be a lot of waste in this foil. So you can make these as small and as minimal as possible on waste. And that's one of the beautiful, beneficial things about using our adhesive and foil. Now, just because our adhesive is on here doesn't mean we have to rush to apply everything. Obviously, you want to do it as quick as possible. But now we need to add in the other colors. Ooh, sapphire blue is the royal, guys. Okay, so for the scales, that's this. Such a pretty color. It's like a chrome. I keep going back to this other scissors. All right, so I'm cutting a chunk of that off. I'm going to set it to the side. And now I'm doing the kiwi. Just so I can work at the press a little bit better. And now I am cutting the amethyst. So this is just exactly what I'm doing. All right, so now I'm going to place random chunks. Let's actually, let's get really technical here, okay? So we're going to do a crunching technique. So I'm going to just make a ball, and we're going to create some veins in this. So, yep, we no longer have a pretty beautiful solid foil. We've now created gaps. And what's going to happen is any exposed space, another color is going to go on, okay? And then now, I'm looking for, let's cut that. Man, I knew I was going to have fun today, but I didn't know I was going to get, like this fun. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to keep this one for later. So, kiwi goes next. And these aren't perfect pieces. These are just random, whatever I did with my scissors is what happened. Okay. We're getting closer. I don't know if you guys can see those veins or not. But the more you scrunch, the more it's going to be exposed. So then what's going to happen is when we go over with our chrome, then it's going to fill in to those spaces. So I don't want to cover it all. Again, I'm just having some fun here. I don't know what's going to come about. Okay. All right. So everything is set up right now. We still have exposure right here on the adhesive. We're going to put our cover sheet. Or I need a bigger cover sheet. Now, this is going to be the application where we need to go firm, and we need to go for 8 to 10 seconds. So I'm going to adjust my time. All right, we are on an 8, so we are a little over, but that's okay. We're still firm. Okay, we're going to let this cool down, peel, and then we're going to go back in and cover up the other portion. Okay, so I know it's a lot of steps, but we're going to end up doing it in 3 instead of 2, but that's because I decided to crinkle everything. So this is what we're currently working with. And once we remove all of the foil, that adhesive is going to grab onto that foil wherever it is and then give us a colored section. So this is super, super fun to do when you want to use the same design. You only want to weed one material, but then you can change the colors throughout each garment. So let's just say cool for the summer was one color. You weren't going through all of these fun steps. You could weed whatever you needed to adhesive-wise, and then maybe take a soft baby blue t-shirt and do the sapphire blue on top of it. Then you're going to do a lilac shirt and do the amethyst on top of it. So hopefully you're kind of catching the point, the drift, if you've never played with foil, or if you're just looking for something new to do with foil. So this has pretty much cooled down. And if you shake it hard enough, then it will start peeling on its own. But we're going to go back in front of the press. All right, so this is where we can just peel away. Now, this is where it feels weird because remember, there's still adhesive there and we haven't finished putting the material on top of that exposed adhesive. Okay, so now this is what we're working with thus far. Now what we're going to do is put that over. We can do the whole design because there shouldn't be any exposure anywhere else. I'm not going to weed, or I'm not going to thread this. I'm going to leave it open. No one judge me on this right now. And then we're going to go through again and go for 10 seconds, okay? Let's loosen that just a smidge. Oh, still at 8. Didn't matter. All right. So what are you guys thinking so far? All right. We're going to pull, let it cool. And then I'm going to take the press back up to 320 for our hologram. Whoa, one more. Okay, so let's knock out this pride. Again, beautiful, bright. We went vertical with our rainbow pattern, and we are just decorating on a simple pink Gildan. Is it Gildan or is it Bella? Gildan soft style tee. So you guys know this is soft, similar to a Bella 3001. Colors are a little different, and the fit's just a little different as well. So pre-press, just our pressure. And then for this, all we have to do, oops, sorry guys, hit the camera, is line up. Now I said this was oversized. This is meant to go almost shoulder to shoulder. And I believe we are at like 11 and a half in length. It was either 11 or an 11 and a half. And I think this is a small, yeah. Now, this is a cold peel, and you could see that that carrier was already trying to adjust. Now, remember, this is also a heavy pressure and a cold peel as well. So just something to keep in mind. We went from firm to firm. And now we let this cool down. While this is cooling down, I know crop tops are super popular right now. And Jenna and I were actually talking that it's a little difficult to find color in crop tops. Or if you find them right, then they are out of stock. So we're making our own. Okay, you can have control on the length of this. And for somebody that has their own t-shirt shop, this gives you the ability to have 2 different items, 2 different SKUs with just one shirt, okay? So you could stock these, and as an order comes through for a crop, all you have to do is turn around and cut, cut, cut. Now, if you're cutting, I strongly recommend you use fabric scissors so you can have a nice, smooth, clean line. And just know what length you want. If you look at a lot of crops, or if you haven't messed with crops, then it's normally an unfinished edge, and no matter what, it's going to start to kind of roll. This is okay. So don't freak out about it. Those crop wearers, they know what's going to happen. So we turned one shirt into another shirt. Okay, so let's reveal. For this, okay, it just peels away. Now, where is my R looks like an elephant. It's just the font, but I'm like cracking up if I missed weeding something on my material wasn't right, but it turned out so cool. Okay, so this terrible Vanna. Okay, this is what we're working with. I wanna this way. Okay, there we go. Ready? Voila. So because we scrunched, we got a marbling effect. Because we just randomly placed, we got this kind of speckled effect. But there's actually no more adhesive exposed. It is simply just the foil of that scales kind of chrome taking over. How cool. Is it fun? You like it? So if you don't crinkle, then the foil is definitely going to be more bright and vibrant, right? Because we crinkled, we took away color, we exposed the material that's actually holding on to the adhesive. And when you do that, you're going to have a little bit of loss of vibrancy just because we flaked off some of that color. But it gives you the ability to just have a little bit of fun with it. Now, we technically could have still done the exact same thing of like the split design and crinkled it. We could have crinkled the whole thing and then gone with the silver on top. But in fact, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. The kiwi just isn't as bright. I probably scrunched it way too much, but super fun. Very, 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 very fun. Fun. Okay, let's check out our newly made crop shirt, which remember, it was one shirt that we turned into another and peels effortlessly because of that high gloss finish on top of the holographic material. So with this one, you get a very high gloss look. You cannot matte this sheen. There is no stretch and give to this. So just be cautious of how big, what the artwork is, where you're putting it. Okay. But overall, this is going to stand out. It's going to be unique. And if somebody didn't want a crop top, you didn't have to crop it. Okay, so yay! We did projects too. We technically decorated with 8 different materials if you count the adhesive. Let's see. Ooh, and by the way, Jay had said split summer diagonally. So we could have gone like this with summer versus like this, which I think this is always a really fun option as well. Okay, if you guys have any questions, make sure you pop them in the comments. It always takes just a couple of minutes for those comments to come through. The next thing that I just want to quickly go over with you is a couple of events that we have going on, and I am so excited. Summer is going to be crazy, but that's okay. All right, so we are getting ready to get back into the swing of shows again. And Jenna and myself will be headed to Fort Worth at the end of the month. And I just want to show you guys this. If you don't know where you can find events, where we're going to be at, where Jenna's going to be at, who's going to be, what's happening, webinars, because just remember, or don't forget, we do webinars as well. So for the upcoming events, we've got the Made to Hustle conference that Jenna and I will also be at. Now I wanted to, yeah, the Made to Hustle conference. This is the 25th and 26th at the Made Lab. So this is a really, really cool experience because you're hearing from influencers in the industry. Jenna and myself will both be there. And it's more of a, I don't want to call it quaint because I think that takes away from it, private. But yet anybody can go. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Special. It's not like a trade show, was what I'm talking about. It is a specific event, but the type of education that you'll learn will be very broad, from influencers, people that are in the industry, day in and day out, and then of course those that work with the material. Oh, Kathy said that she'll see us at Impressions in Fort Worth at the end of September. So it's crazy that June is here and we're already talking September, but we all know that summer months just fly, and it is, it goes too quick. I like the summer. So right here is everything you can see that's going on. Choosing the right color for the ultra color, or choosing the right ultra color product for the job. That's a webinar I'm doing at the end of the month. NBS Summer Athletic Market is the 22nd through the 23rd. We have got a vinyl cutter, back to school, making money with patches and emblems. I mean, it just goes on and on. And then it is going to continue right into more trade shows. So, okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and letting me know what foil I should be using and to do it, because I think that was a really fun project. There's so many options that you can do with foil, and Jenna has an excellent, I think it's 5 different types of ways to decorate with foil. She's got a video on YouTube that she gives you a variety of different options, how to just different ways to utilize that product. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend. I know today is Thursday, and we'll see you guys next time. I believe the next live will be with Jenna, and we'll just keep going. We're also so glad that you guys liked the live where we had Brandy on. So no, we will be doing that a couple more times as well. All right, we'll see y'all later. Bye.